Oh boy.
See,
Oh! That's a motor right there.
last time on Cars and Cameras, you saw us revive this abandoned dingo, and boy was it bad. We threw an engine plate on it, flipped the axle, got the brakes working, and we took it on kind of a hot lap, and we realized that it was just not ready for the races. And you came into town and found quite a bit.
Well, I was pretty surprised to see y'all put that 25 horsepower Tillotson on this thing. That's asking a lot, as is. But come to find out, there were several issues with the frame that I think we really should address, as well as tires. We need to put some tires on it, and I don't know, maybe take it on a hot lap. I think we can get it in the top 10. But like I said, first thing we need to do is check this frame over real good, do the repairs, and I think it's going to be one bad mamma jamma.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do.
Hey man,
Oh,
where's the bearing?
at the store.
There's no bushing or anything.
Well, here it is right here.
Oh my God, is that?
Yeah, it's just.
It's got a grease fitting on it
got a
too.
grease fin, yeah. It's meant for like the front of a lawnmower.
Okay, well that is not at all the same as the wheel I got over here, because this one has a bearing in it. So we have two different wheels and two different tires. No wonder this thing wasn't riding quite right.
How bad's your spindle? Oh, wow.
I mean, how many million miles does this thing have on it? We're just going to go over the frame and we're going to check and make sure everything is, relatively the same. And, first glance, I can tell you it's not going to be. But we're going to be a lot more accurate with this. So, our table is not going to be accurate because the floor is not level. So we've got 0.36 on this. So let's figure out which way it's leaning. Okay, so it's higher on Charles's side.
Okay.
We're going to check the frame going across here. And it's lower on Charles's side on the frame. So we've got a bend in the frame, and with my eyeballs, my ichrometer, it looks like this part of the frame right here going to the spindle is bent way up on front Charles's side. So I'm thinking that we're gonna have to chain that side down, and we can put a jack underneath the frame, and when we jack up on the frame, it'll pull down on that side of the arm. But I wanted to check some other things, like what we have for caster in Camber. I think it's going the wrong direction.
Grocery cart caster.
That's what it looks like here. All right, let me check this other side. Charles, can you move that chain?
Yeah.
And we've got the correct we got it at 6.3 degrees on that one. Back. This one's going, wow, this one's going the wrong way. All right. So we've got a couple of issues here. We've got, Charles is chaining down the frame on that side. We can go ahead and we can pull down on the frame right there. But we're gonna have to figure out this caster. Y'all said, which way was it turning better? Was it right or left?
It turned right.
It turned right but not left?
Oh, it's pulling it.
Oh! We're three-legged. Wow, it's working.
Yeah, it's pulling it down.
Dude. Oh!
Okay.
That looks more than enough.
It sprung back though.
Yeah, it sprung back.
Can't forget about spring back.
Yeah. It already looks more similar to the other side. That side was bent way up. Okay. Well, I mean, I feel better about that.
Yeah.
But we've got an issue with the caster.
Oh boy.
Which I feel like we need to address. So I don't think we need to, cut both of them. but I feel like we need to make this one the same as this one.
Okay.
So this is right at 3 degrees here.
Oh boy! See, all right, you're gonna uncounterbalance it is the issue.
So we will be doing a cut.
So what we plan on doing now is the frame has several cracks in it, starting with this crossbar that the wheels are attached to. It is broken free from the frame on the bottom. So really, if Charles wanted to, he could grab that monkey wrench and he can grab hold of this and twist it, and it's going to be pulling away from the frame underneath. So I figured we'd go ahead and weld everything up proper. That way we can go ahead and take care of this. The spindle needs to be last. The caster needs to be last. Everything else needs to be fixed. So, Charles, let's run that chain underneath the table again, and let's jack up on this nose, because this nose is bent down.
Okay. All right.
And we'll start with that. We'll jack it up, and then we'll start welding things up.
Oh.
All right, I'm stopping right
No,
there.
keep going.
I think we're just gonna like call this one right here, boys, and let's just weld up the frame. I mean, that was a huge gap that opened up.
So the idea is we're going to put tension on the front end of this frame to straighten it to more stock look. And then Charles is going to weld it because we just have so much spring back when we release the tension that it just goes back to right where it was. So we're going to put it under tension and then weld it.
All right, here goes nothing. Cover. Alright, that ought to do it.
Ooh, very minimum spring back.
There's like no spring back.
I saw a tiny little bit.
Looks good, boys.
We've got a problem with our caster. Before we welded up the frame, we had positive caster on one side and negative caster on the other side.
Not my fault.
So we want positive caster on this. Well, we got it now, but since we got positive caster again, one is way more than the other. So we got to decide how much caster do we want, and then we'll just kind of adjust the other one to go with it. So we've got 8 degrees of caster, 9 degrees of caster on this wheel.
So this one's good. I don't need to adjust it.
You don't need to adjust this. And we've got 5 degrees of caster on this.
All right. So we checked on a Dingo we have outside, and it looks like 9 degrees of caster is what's factory. So this is the one that's already 9. That's the one that's got to get cut. So when we cut the spindle on the other side, when we cut the frame here, we need to rock it back to make it 9 degrees, but we also need to make sure that we leave the camber, or the amount that the wheels tilt in, alone.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, we're getting there though.
Yeah.
Feel like we're raising the Titanic.
Here we go.
There we go. You gonna leave the bracket on the bottom?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So that way we can just kind of.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yep. So we cut the spindle. We left a little bit of metal so we have some adjustment room. So I wrote down on that side we've got 9.3 caster. So I've got to twist on this a little bit. There's going to be some spring back, but not enough. Gosh, so close. Guys, I'm going to send it right here, man. All right, boys, I'm going to do some welding cover.
So we switched over the front tires. The frame is welded up. We are satisfied with that. The rear hubs are rusted on the axle, so we're stuck with these slicker than we want tires. Now it's time to move on to the drivetrain. So we installed this centrifugal clutch for 420 chain, and it works good in a lot of situations, but the gearing on this project is a little bit too tall, and we can't fit a larger sprocket on because we'd have to make some heavy modifications to the frame. If we wanted to gear this thing for 30 to 60 miles an hour, this would still be the right call, but we need more torque down low. That's why we're going to be swapping on a Super 30 Series juggaverter. So it's a 30 Series torque converter kit from GoPowersports.com with the legendary Juggernaut driver. So this is a huge upgrade over a regular 30 Series because the driver, well, it basically allows more of that power to get to the ground. You have better high-end acceleration with the Juggernaut versus a regular 30 Series driver. That's my personal experience. So we're going to have much better bottom-end acceleration with the Super 30 Series compared to the clutch, and we're still going to retain a lot of that top end that we need out of this 9,000 RPM engine. So when we installed this engine plate, we set it up for a torque converter just in case. So I'm glad we did that. We're also going to be using some Go Power Sports engine risers just to make some clearance for that backing plate. So basically we're going to loosen the engine, scoot it forward, raise it, and that should be just enough clearance for our Super 30 Series torque converter. So we pretty much decided to make a sandwich. So we have the engine plate we welded in the other day, we have the engine risers, and then we took a homemade engine plate and stuck it on top. Engine risers are fine if you're making 6 or 10 or maybe 15 horsepower, but because this is a 9,000 RPM engine, we weren't comfortable with setting the engine block on just 2 1-inch pieces of square tubing. So we, like I said, made a sandwich. We just bolted an engine block, or we bolted an engine plate beneath the block, but on top of the risers, just so we have less chance of cracking the block. Which I don't think we're going to have an issue with here.
Click. Click. We're good.
Okay, so
So not much shorter.
Yeah, not much
How,
length at all.
Can we get by without doing a half? Oh, yes.
Try and put the master link in and shove the engine forward to see if it... Because
Yeah.
that's whether we move the sprocket left or right, this is the right chain length.
Go ahead and tension the engine now, just to
All
double
right.
check.
How's it feel? What do you think?
That feels pretty
Oh.
good. Yeah, this thing's dialed.
Okay. All right.
So let's get a chain brake on it. And,
are we looking?
Good.
We dialed?
Yeah. Belt alignment, great.
Okay, good.
This dingo really came together, and the juggaverter is just the icing on the cake. So if you have a clutch and you want to upgrade to a 30 series, I'll link one of those in the description, or if you already have a 30 series and you want to upgrade to just the Juggernaut driver, you can do that as well, and I'll link that in the description as well. Anytime you place an order with our sponsor, GoPowersports.com, make sure you let them know in the order notes that Cars and Cameras sent you. So, this dingo, yeah, we basically rebuilt the entire front end. We put the Juggernaut on there. We've done a lot of work to this go-kart, and it's looking better. The roll cage is still bad, but that's okay.
We
now
didn't touch the roll cage, though.
yeah, we didn't touch it. It's all right. Now it's time to figure out where it's going to land on the Cars and Cameras Grand Prix. I think it's going to be under a minute. I think it's going to be dethroning the 750 Honduki. That's my guesstimate. Let's go find out. It sounds rowdy, doesn't it? That's a hot motor.
Hey, I can't believe we built something that bad.
okay?
I almost died.
I heard you scream.
See the roll bars bent?
Oh, you hit.
Oh!
Wait, why did you hit something?
Yes, I did.
What'd you hit?
There's a tree down across in the woods.
Oh.
That wasn't
That
there?
big around.
Oh
Did you
my
clear it?
gosh.
I thought I was gone, guys. I'm about to cry.
I'm glad you're not.
This roll bar saved me.
As much as
It would have been a
isn't.
hospital trip, or else I wouldn't have made the hospital. Let's go check out that tree.
Okay.
I hit the brakes. There weren't no stopping.
So you ran over this tree?
No, sir. I ran under it.
You ran under the tree?
I ran under it.
Look, there's a cable holding this tree up or something.
What the?
Yeah. So it's broke off the bank. So this tree fell due to erosion. So how low was this tree when you drove through here? Just
When I drove through here, the tree was here.
Holy moly.
Oh,
That would have put a hurting on you.
yeah, that's bad.
Dude.
This part was in eye level.
Eye level?
Yeah.
Alright.
We should always
Always
do
take the slow
a
lap.
slow lap before going to hot lap.
I'm glad Ike's okay. Always got to do a practice lap before doing hot laps.
Mainly to check the path.
Yep, to
For
check the path. And
down
that's for us,
trees
and
or-
that's for everybody out there too.
Yeah.
Safety.
Yeah.
And it's something that we kind of stay good at, and then we let it slip, and then something like this happens. So
Yep.
we got to stay on it.
Every time.
Yeah. So we're gonna get this tree cleared, and try to continue with this dingo.
That looks pretty good, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are here to talk to you guys about safety.
Yes. On a serious note, because that was extremely careless of me. What we should have done is we should have run the lap and checked the track first, and I didn't. I got a little bit too cocky. I guess that's the best way of putting it. And yeah, I almost got seriously hurt. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the jack in there, and we're gonna jack up on this roll bar, straighten things out, and then we're gonna go for another practice lap
And then a hot lap.
before the hot lap.
Absolutely. There's a big bend up at the top too. That's like, I don't know if you want to try and address that as well.
Well, the cage is shorter
On one
because it's
side.
been chopped.
Yeah.
What about this? Is this kind of...
I mean, it's a little bit lower on your side, but like the whole thing is lower. Like all the way to the top, so.
All right. Well, I mean, it's probably good enough to ride.
Yeah.
This is an absolute monster.
Yes, it is.
It's a drift machine.
Yes, it is.
Like, you're in the pedal, and you're up in the RPM band, and you run out of wheel speed, and you just floor it, and you have twice the wheel speed.
Yep.
It's crazy.
This thing's turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a warm-up lap, and
Okay.
then as hot as I feel comfortable with lap,
Okay.
because this is insane.
All right. So what's your estimate on the time?
56?
I'm gonna say a minute and 2 seconds.
Yeah, I swear, one
near the end there. Did you?
Yep,
catch
I
that?
got it. I got it on camera.
Oh, oh, that's a motor right there.
I didn't get it.
Dude, be quiet. I mean, you got that? I'm messing with your look on your face.
I am dead serious.
I'll count the cameras, okay?
I think it was like 59.6 seconds.
You missed the button?
Yeah, I missed the button. So I think it was like 59.6 seconds, dude.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's a machine.
Yeah. All right. Good job. Everyone's still alive.
Ike ran a 1 minute flat while hitting the tree. He's not going to go again because I'm not going to let him.
It's okay.
Is it because I have the faster time? Maybe.
It's all right.
But it's for safety, right?
Yeah.
I ran a 59.60. That was a sketchy ride. That puts me in 9th place. Now, this is one of the most powerful clone engines we've ever built. Why is it so low on the leaderboard? Low on the leaderboard. Tires. We have smooth tires on that thing. We have, let's see, the Yard Dart has those really cleaty tires on it, and it's a lot lower to the ground. It can turn a lot better. This one, if we had cleaty tires on it, I would have absolutely flipped it. So that being said,
Yeah.
I'm happy with that performance.
Let's take that thing apart.
Yeah. So we're going to put that engine on something that really deserves it. I would love to put it on a T4, a Tillotson T4.
Oh,
We'll see.
okay.
We'll see. But we're probably going to put it on the shelf for now. The Dingo is going to get probably a stock Tillotson, and it's going to be a great runaround. But anyway, thank y'all for watching this episode. Leave a thumbs up. Visit our website, cars-cameras.com, for merchandise to help support the channel and our future builds. If you want to check out any of the parts we used on this build, visit gopowersports.com or check out links in the description of today's episode. Thank y'all again for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Oh boy.
The table. Quit leaning on the table, number 2.
Dang it.
What?
Nothing.